Two lines in the plane. In a plane, two lines intersect unless they're parallel. Two distinct lines that intersect have different slopes. Parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines have slopes whose product is -1. So given two distinct lines where L1 of x equals m1x plus b1 and L2 of x equals m2x plus b2, intersecting lines L1 and L2 intersect if their slopes aren't the same, so m1 does not equal m2. Parallel lines, L1 and L2 are parallel if m1 equals m2. And perpendicular lines, L1 and L2 are perpendicular if m1 times m2 equals -1. Definition of intersecting lines. L1 of x equals m1x plus b1 and L2 of x equals m2x plus b2. L1 and L2 intersect if m1 does not equal m2. Exercise A. If f of x equals 2x minus x intersects g of x equals k minus x at x equals 4, what is k? Alright, so all we do is plug 4 into both of the functions and solve. So f of 4 ends up equaling 8 minus k, and g of 4 ends up equaling k minus 4. Therefore, k equals 6. Definition of parallel lines. Given L1 of x equals m1x plus b1 and L2 of x equals m2x plus b2, L1 and L2 are parallel if m1 equals m2. Exercise B. Are the lines L1x plus 3 equals -5 times x plus 1 and 5x plus y equals 15 parallel? The first equation is in point-slope form, and we see that m, the slope, is -5. Here, this is in standard form, but we can rewrite it in slope-intercept form, and that would have m2 also equal to -5. Therefore, the lines are parallel since they both have slopes of -5. Definition of perpendicular lines. Given that L1 of x equals m1x plus b1 and L2 of x equals m2x plus b2, L1 and L2 are perpendicular if m1 times m2 equals -1. Exercise C. If kx plus y equals 3 and y equals -0.5x minus 2 are perpendicular, what is k? Our solution, find the slopes of both of the lines. So we have here y equals -kx plus 3 because we changed this and put it into slope-intercept form, and this one's already in slope-intercept form. So we have m1 equal to -k, and over here we have m2 equal to -1/2. So we have m1 times m2 equals -1, and then you put in all the information. So m1 is -k, m2 equals -1/2, and we set that equal to -1, solve for k, and we get -2.